graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Man, I was just watching the end of that Buffalo game, Buffalo versus the Denver Broncos, and I'll tell you what, that game was absolutely wild with the way that game just ended. But Denver was able to get it done, and they won 33-30 in overtime, and now it's on to the next game. The San Francisco 49ers are going to be taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and that game should be getting underway in about a few minutes or so. I do want to hear what your final score predictions are going to be on this game. The Seahawks this year, 14-3 on the season. They were the number one overall seed in the NFC, and also the San Francisco 49ers, 12-5 on the season. And so they will be taking on Seattle out in Seattle. Brock Purdy, of course, had himself a nice game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I guess that the big question for San Francisco is with all the guys that they had banged up. Don't know if Pearsall, does anybody actually know if Pearsall is actually playing in this game? I saw that he was listed as questionable, and I didn't get any sort of updates from ESPN, so let me know down below. But obviously this 49ers team is banged up, but they certainly have showed their grit. They certainly have showed their strength, and they have a very good play caller in Kyle Shanahan, and a very good head coach in Kyle Shanahan. And we'll see what he's able to do today against the Seattle Seahawks. I think that this is going to be a really good game. I expect that this is going to be more so of a low-scoring game, but I think that it's going to come down to defense towards the end. But I do want to hear your thoughts about that down below. Seahawks, again, they are 6-2 at home this year, and they are looking to try to get to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 2015. Yeah, there's Tom Rinaldi. Yeah, we are ready to get things going. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat, of course. Lydia's here. She says, hello, everyone. It is football time, so let's get ready to cheer for your boys, the 49ers. Yes, sir. More than 21 months from now, is it? Bills finally don't have to face Mahomes or Lamar in the playoffs and can't get it done. Yeah. Hello, JJ. What's up, Valerie? How you doing? Let's have a good one. Greetings from Southern California. Larry is here in the chat. What's going on, Larry? Shout out to you. Good to see you on here. Denver was also here as well. Denver, what's going on, man? Yeah, so we are ready to get things started. The 49ers are going to be in their white and red and gold uniforms, and the Seahawks are in their green uniforms. Are they in their greens? I see a lot of green here out in Seattle. Should be in their white and blue uniforms. Decibel level is very loud over there. Not really a surprise to anybody. But home of the Seattle Seahawks, that is Lumen Field. That is where the game is being take place right now. Hey, JJ, how we feeling? Rough week for the Philly teams. Yeah. I posted the whole thing about the Bo Bichette stuff. I know that I had an echo, and I did say that I would do a follow-up with that. But yeah, not feeling so good, man. What's up, Hardcore? How you doing, man? He says, hello, everyone. Hello, my friend. How are you? All right, so the 49ers are going to kick things off, and Seattle is going to get the football first. 49ers did win the coin toss. And so on the kick, it'll be Eddie Pinheiro who will be kicking things off for the 49ers. Get to the offenses and the lineups in just a little bit. Here's a line drive kick, though, that's going to be caught right inside the 5. And Rashid Shaheed is going to take it past the 30, all the way to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, 30, goes on down to the sideline, and he's in. Now, there was a flag. There was a flag thrown, but he got all the way to the end zone. And let's see what this flag is. But 13 seconds in, and special teams finds a way into the end zone. But what's the laundry? They're celebrating over on the sideline. They are celebrating already. Is it just after the play? Is that what it is? Chinook, Montana, in the house. What's going on, man? Referees are still talking. What a wild start. All right, let's see what the signal is. So let's hear what the verdict is. There's John Hussey. Can't even hear him. The result of the play is a touchdown, and just like that, Seattle takes a 6-0 lead. Oh, gosh. Rashid Shaheed able to just take it all the way to the end zone on the kickoff. A kickoff return for a touchdown, and Shaheed is able to run all the way for 95 yards. Six nothing Seahawks out at Lumen Field. That is wild. And so here comes the extra points. And the ball is spotted, the kick is up, and the kick is good by Jason Myers. 7-0 Seahawks. Just 13 seconds into this game, and Brock Purdy's going to get ready over on the sideline. Penalty was tripping on the Niners. Yes. Tripping on the Niners for 8 yards. I see the penalty there. It was really hard to see it at first. But yeah, they showed the aerial replay, and then you saw it. 7-0 Seahawks to start things off in the first quarter. Seattle obviously had a bye, so they did not play anybody last week. Their last game that they played was against the 49ers. They lost 17-13 in that game. They also did beat the 49ers in the first week of the regular season. 13-3 was the final score of that game. All right, so here we go. And that means that Jason Myers is going to go back out there, and Seattle's going to kick things off. And the 49ers will have Sky Moore on the return. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And here we go. Here's another line drive kick that's going to take a bounce all the way towards the 25 to the 20, and we're going to have flags flying all over the place. It was a short of landing, so that was on Myers. And San Francisco is going to get the ball at their own 40-yard line. And so here's Brock Purdy. Against Seattle in his career, he's 4-0. He's completed 69% of his passes. He's also thrown for 8 touchdowns and 3 picks. Who are you guys rooting for down below? I want to make sure that I say hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much for coming on here to support the channel. You guys are the absolute best. We'll get to the 49ers offense in just a little bit as they go from right to left. Purdy's under center. We have a receiver in motion. That's actually Juszczyk. And so Purdy gets the snap. He drops back. Pressure's coming. He throws it. He got hit. And so it's picked up by a Seahawks player. Was it a forward pass? It was. It was a forward pass. They were still showing. DeMarcus Lawrence pick it up. So it was an incomplete pass. Looks like Lawrence was able to get a block on that football. Was able to block the pass. And so that is why it is 2nd and 10. Purdy had all the pressure in the world and just could not escape it. So it's 2nd and 10. Brock Purdy, his weapons are Christian McCaffrey at running back and Brian Robinson Jr. running back as well. Here's a throw that's going to be juggled and caught by Jawan Jennings over towards the near sideline. It was a short pass only for about 4 yards. And it'll now be 3rd and 6 at the San Fran 44. Besides Jawan Jennings, you got Ricky Pearsall, you got Demarcus Robinson and Kendrick Bourne as the receivers. Jake Tongs is the tight end along with Luke Farrell. And on the offensive line, they got Trent Williams at left tackle, Spencer Burford at left guard. The center is Jake Brendel. And then you got Dominic Puney at right guard and Colton McKivitz at right tackle. 3rd and 6 for Brock Purdy. He gets the snap. He drops back. He's looking. He has time. He'll roll over towards his right side at the 25, and he's going to throw it, and that's going to be caught for a first down on a sliding catch by Tongs. It's a 7-yard pass. It was low, and Tongs was able to slide on over towards the far sideline, and he made the catch there, 1st and 10 for San Fran. And the ball was at the 49-yard line. Great play call there and phenomenal execution. Purdy will break the huddle again. The Seattle defense, their defensive line is this. It's Jaron Reed at left defensive end. You got Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams all up front. Here is Purdy again, handing it off right to Christian McCaffrey, running up the middle in between the hash marks and gets tripped up by Thomas and stopped at the Seattle 42. Gain of 7 on the ground for Christian McCaffrey. By the way, had himself a very good 4th quarter against the Philadelphia Eagles. He was really just a monster in that game. Other defensemen for the Seattle Seahawks, you got DeMarcus Lawrence and Dre Thomas and Ernest Jones IV and Boye Mafe as the linebackers. Robinson going to get the handoff this time. He runs up the middle. He'll only get 2 yards, just shy of the first down marker. They'll call it a 3rd and 1 at the Seattle 40. And then in the secondary, Devin Witherspoon and Rick Woolen as the cornerbacks. Nick Emenwari as the noseback. And then the safeties, it's Kobe Bryant and Julian Love. 3rd and 1 for San Fran at the Seattle 40. And Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense are going to break the huddle right now. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Purdy is under center. Duels over towards the left side. And Jennings now heads on in motion from right to left. They're going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Nobody was home. Couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to say that he lost a yard there. Excellent tackle by Murphy and Wosu as well. Nice. I mean, they just closed that gap wide. It looked like that they had a spy there, and there was just no chance that McCaffrey was going to be even able to break on through. Couldn't even get by the center. And 4th and 1 at the Seattle 40-yard line. Clock is still ticking. 11:35 to go. They're going to stay out there, the offense. And now McCaffrey's going to be activated as a receiver as he is wide on the left. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Purdy gets the snap. He's looking up the middle, throws it towards the right side, and it's caught by Jennings. Jennings makes the catch, but before that, Seattle called a timeout. They waved it off, and Kyle Shanahan is furious. He is absolutely irate. Seattle signaled for a timeout, and Brock Purdy just was able, just threw it. That was a pretty late timeout, if you ask me. But 4th and 1 at the Seattle 40-yard line. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Shane is here. What's going on, Shane? How you doing, man? Valerie says, let's go Seahawks. Let's go. We got Seahawks. What a dirty play by the kicker, says Denbrew. I hear you. What's up, Denbrew? Oh, man. Where's their tush pushes, hardcore for all? All right, 4th and 1. Again, they're going to line up 11 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Raheem Shaheed was able to get a kickoff return for a touchdown for 95 yards. That was an incredible return just to start off the game, and that's how Seattle took a 7-0 lead. Purdy again under center. Tongs in motion, going over towards the right side. Purdy looking to hand it off over to Juszczyk, and Juszczyk will flip it back to McCaffrey, but the ball's fumbled over on the far sideline, and regardless, Seattle is going to take over on downs, so they will have pretty good field position. They're going to get it at their own 44-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Seattle at their own 44. All right. Okay, I have the wrong sound effects folder on, so I apologize about that. Where are the football sounds? There we go. Okay, so a timeout taken at the 11:16 marker. It's just a game timeout, a TV timeout. 7-0 Seattle, and they're going to get the ball back at their own 44-yard line. Man. How's everybody's night going? What's everybody doing for tomorrow? Anybody got any plans? Anybody got plans for tomorrow? We had pizza tonight. That was cool. I'm the type of guy that likes mushrooms on the pizza. I do. I like mushrooms on the pizza. But yeah, some people like chicken. Chicken's good on pizza. But barbecue chicken's also really good on pizza. Spinach. I'm not an onions guy on pizza. But, yeah. What do you guys like on your pizza? Sorry if I'm making you guys hungry, but I don't know. Just think it's a cool thing to talk about. Food is always nice. Food is always welcome in the chat. It is. All right. 7-0. Joseph says, I'm driving. Well, don't text and drive, my friend. But be safe out there. Thanks so much for tuning on in, Joseph, by the way. Big shout out to you. 7-0 Seahawks. What, this team doesn't have a tush push. He's watching the wrong game, y'all tush push. Oh, man. Oh, but yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat again. What's going on, Hardcore? What's going on, chat? Yeah. All right, so after this timeout, Seattle is going to get the football at their own 43-yard line. And that's where they will take on over. If Seattle wins, they will be going back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 2015. Last time that the Niners were in the NFC Championship game, it was 2023. Joseph says, thanks, JJ. I got you, man. No worries. No worries at all whatsoever. What else do we got going on? Let's go San Fran, says Scott. My dad is a 49ers fan, so he's obviously rooting for them. I can't believe that, they held McCaffrey pretty well on that drive. They did. All right, so here we go. Darnold is out there for Seattle, and he is under center. And Walker's the running back. He's going to hand it off to Walker as he spins and he turns, gets past the line of scrimmage, and he'll run for an extra 4 yards and be tackled at the 47-yard line. JJ, thank you for sticking in it and keeping us appraised of the Philly news. I got you, man. No worries. Even when it's bad news, of course. Here we go. Darnold in the gun. Gets the snap. Throws it up the middle. And that's caught at the 50. And running past the 47 all the way to the 45. And pushing the pylon forward is Walker. It's a gain of 8 yards. Nice play there by Walker. And for him to just be able to use all that strength to just push on through and get himself a first down. Pretty impressive there. Shante is also here. Again, Walker on the right side of Sam Darnold, who gets the snap. He's looking. He drops back. He throws it, and that is incomplete. Nearly picked off by Lenore. Gosh, he was looking for Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he just was covered pretty well there. Darnold this year has completed 68% of his passes and has thrown for a total of 4,056 yards. This is his second career postseason start. Obviously, got to start with the Vikings. 7-0 with 10:25 to go in quarter number 1. There we go, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. And Darnold under center, going to flip it on over to Zach Charbonnet, who runs over towards the left side, gets past the 40, takes it to the 35, and runs out of bounds. And he is out at the San Francisco 30-yard line. For all the chat peeps, want to see Darnold get his due if Seattle wins. Yeah, how's Larry feeling about Sam Darnold? Oh, man. Yeah, I wanted to ask Larry. I don't know if Larry's here. 4 plays, 27 yards for the Seattle Seahawks in just a matter of 51 seconds. And they are certainly moving down the field. 1st and 10 at the 30. Shotgun formation again for the Seahawks with 3 seconds left on the play clock. 4 men up front for San Francisco. Here's a handoff, and that's going to go to Charbonnet again, zigzagging past the 30 and not going too far away from the 27. They'll actually say that he got to the 26. And it's a gain of 4 on the ground. The tackle made by Green. Let's talk about the Seattle offense. Sam Darnold's weapons will be Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet in the running game. And then you got Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, and Raheed Shaheed at the receiver. And A.J. Barner is the tight end, along with Eric Saubert as well. Fullback is Robbie Ousts. And we'll get to the offensive line in just a little bit. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Triples over towards the left side. Here is Darnold who gets the snap. Throws it over towards the left. Finds Cooper Kupp, but it gains 5 yards. It was a nice little zip over to Cooper Kupp. And they'll mark him out at the San Fran 21. He had to get to the 20. It's now 3rd and 1. The offensive line for the Seattle Seahawks, it's at left tackle, it's Charles Cross. Gray Zabel at left guard. Jalen Sundell at center. Anthony Bradford at right guard. And the right tackle is Abraham Lucas. There's Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. And Seahawks getting into tush-push formation, it looks like. 3rd and 1. 5 seconds left on the play clock. And so they're going to push the pile on forward as the snap is made. And I think that they got the first down. Waiting for the signal, though. And they do. They signal for a first down. Barner able to get it for a gain of 2 yards. So it's 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. And they're in the red zone at the San Fran 19. All right. As far as San Fran's defense, there are 4 men up front. They will have Bryce Huff, Kalia Davis, Alfred Collins, and Sam Okwayano as well. Their linebackers are D. Winters, Eric Kendricks, and Luke Gifford. And their secondary, they got Renardo Green, Jair Brown, Malik Mustafa, Diamador Lenore, and Upton Stout. We have a false start called on Seattle. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty and send them back to the 24-yard line of San Francisco. San Fran will be in trouble if this goes to 14-0 being in Seattle with that crowd. Tell you, I got the 49ers. I do. Darnold under center. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Darnold is going to hand it off again to Kenneth Walker, who runs past the 20 and takes it down towards the 19. Only got 5 yards there. That's where the ball would have been snapped prior to the penalty. 2nd and 10. They got a nice designed run, though, and good blocking from the right side of the line for him to just be able to get a little bit of some space. Don't forget to like and subscribe. They're going to break the huddle again. 7-0 Seahawks. 13 seconds left on the play clock. And again, Darnold is under center. They're going to set up in the gun. Darnold gets the snap, fakes the handoff, spins, turns, and throws it over to Kupp, who makes the catch towards the right sideline. And it's just for a gain of 8. They're a little bit short by about 2 yards. And the ball is stopped at the San Fran 11-yard line. Just able to throw it right to him. Still, he had 4,000 yards, and that's with a much shorter field versus the past with 20 to 25 yard line starts. Yeah, that's true. All right, here we go again. Darnold is going to get the snap, and they're going to hand it off to Charbonnet, and he has nowhere to go. They're pushing him backwards, and it's a loss of 2 yards. Winters got the stop there. Also closing the gap as well was Huff, and it's now 4th down territory for Seattle. 4th and 4 at the San Fran 13-yard line. Ooh. And so Myers is going to go out there to give Seattle a 2-possession lead. This year, he made 41 field goals on 48 tries. This is a 31-yard field goal attempt. And out there to hold it, of course, is going to be Dixon. So here it is. The ball is snapped, the ball is spotted, and the kick is good. And it's 10-0 Seahawks with 5:06 to go in quarter number 1. The Seahawks, they put up 11 plays. They get 44 yards manufactured in a matter of 6 minutes and 10 seconds, and they settle for a 3. And so it's 10-0. We'll be right back in just a little bit. Welcome back on into Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is JJ. My name is actually Jason Joseph, but make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. We go live for Eagles football, Phillies baseball, and Sixers basketball. We are also doing March Madness, and we're doing college basketball right now. We just started doing that this week, so we just got back into that. And we're covering the rest, as many NFL playoff games, I should say, as we can. JJ, have you looked at your sub analytics? Oh, of course. Absolutely. You got to have a higher percentage of watching subs for you. Your supporters like me want to see you take this channel to the moon. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw my announcement, but I made an announcement earlier this week, and I talked more about what I'm planning on doing for now up until the end of the month. I wasn't doing as much content, and I was only just doing Sixers and Eagles games, and so now we're trying to do more college basketball. We're trying to explore into other fields, and that's another reason why we're also doing NFL playoff games, because I think it's fun. It really just cannot hurt the channel. It gets us more reps into calling games, and for people that, want to be able to tune on into some sort of like a radio style of a play-by-play, rather than just a watch party, I think that it's a really good alternative, and again, it just doesn't hurt the channel, and if anything, it helps me. So, that's really my plans. I've also just have been posting more shorts over the last 4 days or so. I'm really trying to do a little bit more engaging with you guys because I know that baseball season is going to be long, and we have a lot of stuff planned for baseball season. I do, and I've been getting ready for it. But in regards to just doing the stuff now, I definitely want to up that. So 10-0 is the score between Seattle and San Fran. But no, I appreciate that, dude. I really do. That was really nice. Here's the kickoff, and that's going to be by Myers. They're going to call it a 58-yard kick, and that's going to be returned to the San Fran 28 as the screen freezes, and it's a 21-yard return by Sky Moore. And that's where Sam Darnold is going to set up shop. JJ, are you ready for baseball? I'm so mad about the Mets. Dude, what's going on, Jacob? How you doing, man? Am I ready for baseball? Oh, absolutely, I'm ready for baseball. I'm ready for baseball. I'm ready to see how the end of the basketball season and even the Flyers season ends. I know that the Flyers have been on a skid lately, but 5:01 to go. Did I say Sam Darnold? I apologize. Brock Purdy and the 49ers are out there. And so here's a handoff from Purdy to McCaffrey. Tries to juke past one defender up the middle, and he does. And he's only going to get 3 yards as he stopped at the San Fran 31. That was Maffei who was able to make the stop. One of the linebackers for the Seattle crew Their defense this year has been very strong. The Seahawks, that is. 2nd and 7, ball at the San Fran 31-yard line. Niners are in their white, red, and gold uniforms, and the Seahawks in their dark blue, white, and green. Purdy gets the snap, drops back, throws it up the middle. The catch is made, and the ball comes loose, and Seattle is going to have possession of the football. So the catch was made, and then the ball got punched out, and Seattle picked it up, and they're in phenomenal field position. Couldn't tell at first who caught it, and then just fumbled the ball. Let's see a replay here. Yep, the ball just got tugged on out. It looked like it was off of Tongs. Yeah, Tongs made the catch. He would have had a first down, and then the fumble was made. It was picked up by Witherspoon. It was actually, recovered by Love. Witherspoon got credited, though, for getting the football out. And Seattle will take over at the San Fran 42-yard line. And a huge turnover by the Niners. I've been watching your shorts a lot. Phillies info. Thank you. Of course. That was a critical play there. Wow. Oh, my back. I don't know why. My back has been bothering me a little bit today. It's bothered me a little bit last night. Larry says it's over. It's over, man. It's done. Man, what a play. What's up, Larry? Larry, it's good to see you. I'm happy to see you. Again, I hope that you guys are doing well. I saw Joe was in the chat yesterday. That was really cool. Haven't seen Joe in a little bit. But it's always nice. You know, the really cool thing about this, right, is that sometimes, like, maybe in year 2, you had people that were in chat that were, really active. And then, you see them in year 4, and it's like that they don't forget about you. And they just come back, and it's always a nice thing, And that's the one thing that I do enjoy, again, about doing this, is because I love calling these games, but I also just love the personal connections that we're able to make on here, because that, I think, is really cool, too. And that's a part of community that you really don't get from just watching the game on cable or even just listening on a radio station, So that's awesome. All right, so the Seahawks lead at 10-0. More about the Seattle Seahawks this year. Again, we talked about their record. They were number 1 in the NFC. 14-3 was their record this year. They were actually 6-2 at home. In their last game that they played against the 49ers, Sam Darnold did throw for 150 yards and just did not look good at all whatsoever. It just felt like that he had a lot of pressure on him, wasn't necessarily able to get a lot of time to get the ball out. He did take 4 sacks in the game, and also was only attempting 23 passes in that game on 16 completions. And speaking of Darnold, he's back out there on offense. This will be a play-action pass, and so, or it was a play-action play. Mustafa is going to take him down in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 10 yards. Darnold just got absolutely smothered by Mustafa on that loss of 10, and that sends Seattle back to the 48th. That is a huge sack there by the San Fran defense. Looks like he got twisted and turned there, and Mustafa was just chasing him on down. And then he just was hunting his prey, if you will. 5 seconds left on the play clock. There's one running back over towards Darnold's right. And so here we go. Darnold gets the snap. He throws it over towards the far sideline. That catch is made by Cooper Kupp right at the 31, and that's good enough for a first down. A line drive throw by Sam Darnold, and Cooper Kupp able to hoe it on in over towards that far sideline. Both feet, of course, were in bounds, and so it's a 1st and 10 at the San Fran 31 for the Seahawks. That separation that he was able to get, I mean, he was open for sure. Mustafa late on the coverage there. 1st and 10. Now 10 seconds are left on the play clock. Darnold has Walker over towards his right side, and Jigba is now in motion and now hurdles around Darnold, and Darnold will get the snap. Blitz coming. He has to throw it immediately, and he does. And he is able to throw it incomplete up the middle. He had to get rid of it very quickly because that pass rush was coming, and they were going to eat him alive. I've been watching your shorts. A lot of Philly stuff. He says, waiting for baseball season so I cannot give a damn if the Phils win or lose, says Larry. 10-0 Seahawks. 15 seconds left on the play clock. 2nd and 10 at the San Fran 31. So far, Darnold today 4 for 6 with his completions and 42 passing yards. Duels over towards the left and the right. Here we go. Here's the snap. And Darnold's looking. He's still looking. The pocket's collapsing, but he's going to throw it up the middle. It's incomplete, but absolutely flags are being flown everywhere. There was a pass interference on Marquez Sigley, and the guy that he was guarding was Shaheed. So they will call that a DPI. And that is going to send Seattle to the San Fran 8. It was way downfield. And he just absolutely pushed him from behind. And it'll be a 1st and goal. Shanahan not happy with Green. You see him chirping with him over on the sideline. And Green is going back on over to the bench. Gosh. Interesting. Here we go. Darnold again in the gun. He'll get the snap, and he hands it off to Walker. Runs up the middle. Kendricks is there for him right inside the 5, and they'll mark Walker down at the 4 on a run up the middle. There's 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. It's been all Seahawks. They have just absolutely been destroying the 49ers. So how did that happen? I'm like trying to look up. Yeah, Renardo Green was just being yelled at by Kyle Shanahan. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Seattle will line them up again. There's 7 men up front for San Francisco. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Here's the snap, the fake handoff, and Darnold's rolling over towards the left side. He throws it towards the end zone, and it's caught. Oh, a touchdown by Jackson Smith and Jigba on just an incredible catch. And how about that dart of a throw by Darnold? Rolling out of the pocket over towards the left side, having to spin past the defender, and then he just was able to find Jackson Smith and Jigba in stride on that nice diving catch. He got on 2 knees as he was sliding on out of bounds, but obviously both feet were in. 16-0 Seahawks. And Myers going out there for the extra point with 1:50 to go in quarter number 1. And here we go. Snap is going to be made momentarily. Seattle up 16-0. Here comes the snap. The ball is spotted, and the kick is good. Seahawks up 17-0. 5 plays, 42 yards in just less than 2.5 minutes, and Seattle is clicking on all cylinders. Let's go. Get rid of those box mods. Looks like you picked the wrong game to cover, JJ. There's no such thing as a wrong game for calling the game, but I hear you. I hear you. As far as entertainment game-wise goes, yeah. It can change. It can certainly change. I'm still not rolling the 49ers out. I'm not. 1:50 left in the first quarter. The Seahawks have just been absolutely destroying the 49ers so far. Yeah. How many people do we have rocking with us tonight? Let us know down below where you guys are tuning on in from, and I will make sure that I give you a shout-out and shout out your city for sure. Let us know where everybody's tuning on in from. I know we got somebody from Florida. I know we got somebody from South Jersey. I know someone's from PA. Yeah, let us know where you guys are tapping on in from. Anybody have any like cool plans this week or something that they're doing that's like, I don't know, something that's nice that they'd like to share with the class? You guys going out to dinner or doing anything cool? I'm actually going to go see my sister, and I'm very excited about that. Have not figured out things to do, though, but I'm going to go visit her, and that's going to be at the end of the week. I will be back on Monday. I will make sure I make an announcement, but I'm leaving on Thursday, and so that'll be really cool. I'm very excited to go see her, but yes, that'll be very nice. But yeah, anybody else have really cool plans this week? Seahawks will run on every play from here on out, says Larry. I mean, why would they? Yeah, I mean, just kill the clock, right? Myers is going to go out there for the kickoff, and so here it is. This ball is launched on over towards the right side, and it's going to be caught towards the back of the end zone. And taking the knee on the touchback is going to be Sky Moore. Hello, JJ, says John. Tomorrow I'll be a shred god at band rehearsal. What's a shred? Wait, I have to ask. I have to look this up. What is a shred god? A shred god. An affectionate or aspirational term for a guitarist. Huh? I didn't know that. Superhuman mastery of extremely fast, technically complex music, often in rock. I never knew that was... That's cool. That's really cool. That's exciting, Larry. That's so awesome. What's up, John? All right, 17-0. Seahawks out in front by 17, of course. Purdy in the gun gets the snap, and he drops back. He's going to throw it over towards the right side. That'll be caught by McCaffrey right at about the 35. He takes it all the way to the 40 and will juke past the defender, zigzag past another one, takes it then to the 45, and down at the 46 he goes. 1st and 10. C-Mac able to utilize that speed and a gadget player, if you will, just being able to get himself a first down at the San Fran 46. They're going to break the huddle with 1:15 left to go in the opening quarter. Brock Purdy, 4 for 5 with his passes, and a total of 33 passing yards. Here we go. Purdy again is going to back on up over towards the 40, and he will get the snap, the handoff to McCaffrey, and he's tackled right after the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a gain of 1. DeMarcus Lawrence over on the edge, able to tackle him right at the knees. Superhuman master sounds about right. Oh, man. That's funny. That's so cool, man. That's awesome. 17-zip, 2nd and 9. 13 seconds left again on the play clock. Tongs is in motion, and triples are over towards the right side. Here's the snap to Brock Purdy. He throws it. It's caught by McCaffrey right at the 50. He was able to haul it on in towards the chest. And honestly, Witherspoon just came right from behind. Looked like he was about ready to just take him down. And, well, it'll be 3rd and 5. And that's going to wrap up the first quarter. So when we return, the 49ers will have the football just inside the 50. They'll be marked at the Seattle 49. And it'll be 3rd and 5 for them. All right. The Celtics are up 100-61. Oof, man. 100-61. That's quite a score. The Blue Jackets lead a 3-2 against the Penguins. Oh, can't stand the Penguins. Can't stand them. Nope. Cannot stand them. Anybody journal? Very like random question. I don't know. Sometimes, so like when I went to Israel when I was in 10th grade, I was told by somebody. I think it was. Oh yeah, That's what it was. I had an assignment, and I had to write down. I had to write down everything that I did, like when I went to Israel. And I decided, you know what, like for the whole trip, like I'm just going to keep a journal and I'm just going to try to, even if we have long days, I was there for like 15 days. I was there for 10 days. Sorry. 10 days I was there in Israel. And I was told that I had to write down things that I did that day. And what I did was, even if I didn't get back till like very late, I made sure that I would write everything down just to keep it fresh in my head, and just be able to look back on that whole experience. And I'd like to sort of get back into that habit of doing it more whenever I do travel. But that was like really cool, and I actually went back to that the other day, and I was like, I forgot that I did this. I forgot that I did this when I was in Tel Aviv, and I think that that's like a really cool way of just, it's like a picture, right? But instead, it's just words that you're able to just jot down for personal memories, I think that that's really cool. But does anybody else do something like that? Or does anybody have like a photo book that they do for like whenever they go on trips or something? Let me know down below, because I'm looking for more ideas of things to just document, or ways to document things if I ever go on a trip. 17-0 Seattle. 3rd and 5 at the Seattle 49. San Francisco has the ball. Purdy is in the shotgun again. McCaffrey is on his left side. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back. Pressure's coming. He'll step up, and he throws it over towards the right. That's going to be caught by McCaffrey at the 40. As soon as the blitz was right there, he was just still behind the line of scrimmage and was just able to make a diagonal pass to Christian McCaffrey. And that will be caught at the Seattle 39. Let's go. I don't journal. I prefer to forget things moments after they occur, says Larry. And Hardcore laughs. He says, no regrets. Yeah. 1st and 10 for San Fran again. And a flip-off that's going to go from Purdy to McCaffrey again. And here come a couple of Seattle players after he gets past the line. And they'll call it a gain of 2. Hall was the one who ended up making the stop. Just walk around with your phone recording at all times. Lazy man's journal. It's not special that way, though. Because stuff gets lost in the phone, 2nd and 8 with 15 seconds left on the play clock. But I guess to each their own, though. Here we go. Purdy lines him up yet again. Tongs in motion, going from left to right. Jennings lined up on the outside towards the right side. Purdy will get the snap. He's going to throw it up the middle to Christian McCaffrey. Makes the catch right at about the 33. And he's marked down at the 29 of Seattle after running on up the middle and just getting past one of the linebackers of Seattle. He got right inside the 30. We lost to these bums because Kevin from Ed, and Nettie was our offensive coordinator, says Ray the Commoner. I don't call anybody a bum, but that's just me. But I hear you. I hear your frustration. San Fran's going to break out of the huddle here. There's only 5 seconds left on the play clock. They got to hurry up. And Purdy is just going to say, a timeout. And they will burn their first timeout, San Fran, with less than 13 minutes to go. They got 2 left. Brock Purdy's story, obviously, is very fascinating to me. I mean, this guy is 26 years old, was taken as the last pick of his draft back in 2022. He was the 262nd overall pick. Played at Iowa State for 3 years. was a Pro Bowler last year, and obviously led, or 2 years ago, I should say, and was the NFL passer rating leader that same year. He's made 2-time first-team All-Big 12, and he's had himself a pretty good career so far, completing 919 total passes on 1,353 attempts. 67 yards for San Fran, 68 for Seattle, and yet the Seahawks lead it 17-0. Now that's crazy. There'll be an empty backfield here. 5 seconds are left on the play clock for Brock Purdy, and Purdy will get the snap. He drops back again. He has time. He's looking deep. Fires downfield, and it's incomplete. Supposed to go to Jawan Jennings, who was inside the 10 over towards the left sideline, and he got absolutely destroyed by Bryant. I don't want to say destroyed, but he was well covered. And even though he tried to jump up and make the catch, Bryant was there all along to just guard him. And Witherspoon also came on over to the rescue, too. We had a drive to win, and we turned up being the bums. 2nd and 10, 10 seconds left again on the play clock. And the 49ers have the football at the 29-yard line of Seattle. Purdy gets the snap, drops back all the way towards the 40, will loft it over towards the far sideline, and that's out of reach for Christian McCaffrey. Not even right at him, maybe about 3 yards in front of him, and it'll now be 3rd and 10. There's Trent Williams, one of the best tackles in all of football. And they will now break the huddle again. 3rd and 10 at the Seattle 29. There's Jennings on the outside of the right. Purdy gets the snap, and he's looking. He's still looking. He throws it over to McCaffrey on a slant, and he'll make the catch, but he is short of the first down marker. The catch was made at the 25, and he ran for an extra 3 yards diagonally and took it to the Seattle 22. It'll now be 4th and 3. There's now 25 seconds left on the play clock, and here comes the field goal unit for San Francisco. Panero is going to go out there for the field goal. He has made 28 of 29 field goals this year. This is a 40-yard attempt. 8 seconds left on the play clock, and here's the snap, and here's the kick. It's good. And San Fran is on the board. They're down by 2 touchdowns now, 17-3, and less than 12 minutes to go. Back after this. Well, in case you're just tuning on in, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. The Seattle Seahawks lead at 17-3. Raheed Shaheed started things off with a kickoff touchdown return for Seattle to make it 7-0. It was a 95-yard return for him. The extra point, of course, was good. Myers then kicked a 31-yard field goal to make it 10-0 with 5:06 to go in the first quarter. And then San Fran turned it on over, and Jackson Smith and Jigba was able to take advantage, and Seattle went up 17-0 on a 4-yard touchdown pass by Darnold. With 1:50 to go in quarter number one, and then Pinheiro hit a 40-yard field goal for San Fran to make it back to a two-possession game. Here's the kickoff by Pinheiro, and this one's launched, and it'll be caught all the way at the 6 by Shaheed, and he'll return it outside the 15, over towards the 20, and now runs back on inside over towards the 25, cuts to the 30, and he's down at the 31. Down at the 37, excuse me. It was a 31-yard return. All righty. 1st and 10 for Seattle, and they are at their own 37-yard line. Colton is also here. What's up, Colton? Okay, here we go. Charbonnet is the running back right next to Sam Darnold, and he's going to get the handoff here. Gets a little bit of a hole between the left guard, and he only gets 2 yards as that hole quickly closes by Winters and Elliott as well. 2nd and 8, they'll call it. And it's a gain of 2. Ball at the 39 of Seattle. Kevin's also here. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? How is everybody doing in the chat? I'm really happy to see you guys on here. 2nd and 8. There's now 8 seconds left on the play clock. And Seattle goes from right to left, triples over towards the right side. And now the snap comes to Darnold. He looks towards his right, now looks towards his left, makes a short pass. That's going to be caught, and that'll be taken inside the 40. Cut past over towards the 44, and down to the 45 is Kenny Walker. It's a gain of 6. They still got to get to the 47 of Seattle, but now it's 3rd and 2. There we go. I said the Bills were cooked 30 seconds into that game, and I was right. We're cooked. It took until overtime for you to be right. Cooked to me means like blown out. But I guess, yeah. Here we go. All right, Darnold under center. Play action pass. He's looking deep. Fires downfield over towards the 20, but it's incomplete. I mean, the target was supposed to be Shaheed, but that was thrown about 10 yards in front of him. He was covered very well by Lenore, and it's now going to be 4th and 2. San Fran's defense gets the stop that they need. And that'll stop the clock with 10:21 to go in the second quarter. So they're able to get a 3-and-out, force a 3-and-out, San Fran, and they will get the football back. Special teams, they come on out, and Michael Dixon is going to punt this one. Sky Moore will be on the return. And so here comes the punt. This one is popped up over towards the right side of the field, and that is going to be bounced inside the 5, and it goes towards the right sideline at the 4. Dixon with an incredible punt. And so San Fran, not in good field position at all whatsoever. They've got to start inside their own 5, and they'll be back with 10:12 to go in the second quarter. Gosh, that was excellent. The way that he just popped that thing up and got it right on over towards the right sideline. It stayed in bounds, then it bounced, and then dangled out right to the 4. It really bounced at the 6, and then just got outside towards the 4. That was awesome. It's 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Adam Schefter did just post this. Broncos quarterback Bo Nix just suffered a season-ending broken bone in his ankle during today's overtime victory over Buffalo. That sucks. Oh, that is awful. And a season-ending broken ankle injury? Oh, that's as they're celebrating. What? Oh, my gosh, that is a heartbreaker. He's having surgery to repair the broken ankle. Oh, my gosh. That is awful. That is absolutely wild. Asking for a friend, what time does the Cowboys play? What time did the Cowboys play tomorrow? Gosh. Kevin says call Tom Brady. No, but like no joke, that is awful. Oh, that is so sad. Oh. Yeah, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Who's their backup? That is stunning. Jarrett Stidham? Stidham? Yeah, Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham is going to start in the AFC Championship game? Wow. Most likely, of course, that would be the case. That's a Schefter bomb that I don't think anybody was thinking about. Hello, JJ. What's up, Houston, Texas? Dave, how you doing, man? Kevin says, all jokes aside, that's sad. I didn't even see him get hurt. Well, obviously, I turned on this game, so I didn't really hear anything about it, even on social media, or read anything about it. My phone didn't buzz. Dexter says, Broncos are done. That is so sad. What did I miss? What's awful? Again, Adam Schefter just posted that Bo Nix got hurt as he was celebrating, and he's going to get surgery on his ankle. And, yeah, that sucks. All right, so here we go. San Francisco 49ers, what sucks for them is that they got to start their own 4. Like that transition there? I most certainly did. And so here's a handoff that goes to McCaffrey running up the middle, and he takes it past the 15 and now takes it on over towards the San Francisco 13-yard line. Got it past the 10 and then took it to the 13. There we go. All right. During the celebration, correct. Yep. Purdy under center, 10 seconds left on the play clock. McCaffrey about 5 yards behind him, and he'll get the handoff. Runs past the right guard. Will get the first down. Tackled right at the 16 by Reed, but they will get a first down. That is now the 5th first down today that San Francisco has had. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that is brutal. Oh, man. And Bo news is unreal. Yeah, I'm sure now everybody's reacting to it. It's like wildfire. All right, 17-3. 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. First, I thought it was a joke. So McCaffrey just ran for 3 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey today, 7 rushes, 24 yards on the ground. In the game, though, he has 54 scrimmage yards. He has 30 in the air. Purdy, speaking of the air, he's going to go to the air game. He gets the snap. He has time. He throws it towards the left side. McCaffrey there to make the catch, or Tongs, that is. And he takes it all the way to the San Fran 31. Got to do a better job, JJ. Let's go. Bryant was able to make the tackle. It was about a 5-yard pass, and then Tongs was able to run for an extra 10 yards, so they'll get credited for a 15-yard play, and that'll be stopped at the San Fran 31 by Bryant. And another first down for the 49ers. Let's go. All right. 8 minutes and 50 seconds, or 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter. I don't know why the clock did an update over on that. That's weird. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Purdy has the shotgun snap, throws it beautifully over the middle right to Tongs. I mean, he zipped that thing just high enough for Tongs to make that catch. If it was a little bit lower, that thing would have been picked off by a 49ers safe, or by a Seattle Seahawks safety. But gosh, nice play there on the coverage. Right out in front of him was Jones. I thought maybe he was going to get a hand on it, and nope, he just missed it. If he was a little bit taller, he would have been able to deflect it. But it's a 1st and 10 at the San Fran 47-yard line. McCaffrey on the run again up the middle, jukes past one defender, and tries to get past about 3 Seattle Seahawks. And that's not really going to work out in his favor. However, he does get 2 yards on the ground and takes it just to the 49 of San Fran. 49ers Seahawks QB1 contract breakdown. Brock Purdy on a $265 million 5-year deal. This is interesting. This is posted from Twitter, or on Twitter. 2nd and 8 with 10 seconds left on the play clock as Purdy lines him up yet again. Triples towards the right. McCaffrey in motion. Purdy gets the snap, drops back, throws it to McCaffrey, wide open, inside the 50, to the 45, out of bounds at the 42 of Seattle, and another first down for San Francisco. Sam Darnold, his contract is 3 years for $100 million. $100 million for 3 years for Darnold and 5 years for $265 for Brock Purdy. That thing was zipped perfectly, and again, just a nice play call. McCaffrey wide open, able to get space, and I don't know how Seattle's just not able to put any sort of body on him. That's the 8th first down today for the 49ers, the 14th first down in this game. Clock still going, 6:05 left to go in the second quarter, and before the snap is even made, there's a timeout taken by San Fran. They will utilize their second timeouts. Mo to the postgame on the field interview with Tracy. Yep, I saw it. And that's when we came right on over to this game. In case you're wondering, Charbonnet has 19 yards on the ground on 4 carries. Walker has 3 carries for 13 yards. Barner did get 1 snap and ran for 2 yards. But for the 49ers, for their running game, it's been all pretty much Christian McCaffrey. Robinson did get 1 touch and only got a gain of 2. And then Juszczyk lost 3 on the ground. So in total, the rushing net yards for Seattle is at 34. San Fran's at 25. And the 49ers have a passing net of 102. And Seattle has 42. 59 yards caught by Tongs. He did fumble the ball, but he's been targeted 5 times and has made all 5 catches. Same thing with McCaffrey, but he has 39 in the air. Jennings with just 2 targets, 1 catch, and it was a short one for 4 yards. And Pearsall really hasn't been involved much. He is healthy. He's playing. He's out there, but not much for him. Cooper Kupp in this game on 3 targets. He has made all 3 of his catches. And his longest one was for 21. Has a total of 34 in the air. Oh, man. How about Witherspoon with 5 completed tackles today? And Kendricks for the 49ers, he has 4. 2 assisted and 2 solos. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell icons, too. If you guys do enjoy this play-by-play coverage, again, thank you so much for supporting the small streamer here. I really do appreciate that very much. Obviously, you could have went anywhere else to go tune on into this game. There's a plethora amount of channels where you could go to, but you guys decided to come here, and that really means the world to me. It does. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. That was not sarcasm. That was real. All right, so San Fran just used their second timeout. It's a long timeout here. They have 1 left, plus, of course, the 2-minute warning. It's been a pretty long first half. I know that the game got started at 8:20, but still, 6:03 left to go. They're out of the timeout now. 70 yards in this quarter for the 49ers and just 8 for the Seattle Seahawks. Interesting when you put that, too, in perspective. 1st and 10 for San Fran. Ball inside the Seattle 45. Marked exactly at the 42. McCaffrey goes on over towards the left side, and he is lined up on the outside as a receiver. They're going to flip it over to McCaffrey. McCaffrey flicks it back over to Purdy, and the throw is made over to Robinson, who jukes past the defender and is only going to get about a yard. So that thing was caught way in front of the line of scrimmage by about 5 yards backwards, and then he was able to run it for 6 and only gain a total of 1 net yard. 2nd and 9, and the clock is running down to the 5.5-minute marker. 8 plays, 57 yards, and this drive has taken 4 minutes and 51 seconds of game time. Purdy will hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. Tries to stiff arm pass a defender up the middle, and he's just going to plunge forward for 3 yards. Reed and Williams do stop him in his tracks. He sort of just was able to push off one defender, and then here came Reed and Williams to just say, nope, you're not going to get past me. It's now 3rd and 6. They got to get to the 32 of Seattle. All right. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back. He's looking deep down the center. And he fires. And a diving catch made by Pearsall right at the 23. That was an absolute dart by Brock Purdy. A throw up the middle. He just caught it above the turf. And I think that he had full coverage of that. They're looking at a replay. Yep, he most certainly did. 1st and 10 and another first down for San Fran. Just dove on over towards his right side and got it right above the turf. Excellent execution there by the 49ers. And Pearsall makes his first catch. Welcome back, Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall. He was questionable coming on into this game. Did not play last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. And that was just right on the money to him. Got it right on in between the hash marks. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 23. And San Fran marching down the field. This will be their 10th play of this current drive. I'm so sorry, they just overturned that. They looked at a replay and they say that the pass was incomplete. They just overturned it. They say that he didn't have full possession, and looking at that replay, it hit the ground. Yeah. He didn't have full possession of it. So the field goal unit is now going to go out there, and this will be a 56-yard attempt. That was a great pass, though, by Purdy, nonetheless. But they just looked at it, and they overturned it. So here is the 56-yard field goal by Pinero. That one is up, and that one is in. So it's a 17-6 game. There's Kyle Shanahan pumping his fist in the air, as at least they got the 3. But it's an 11-point game. Seattle up 17-6. Initially, it looked like he had it, and then he just, as he was trying to hang on, the ball moved just a little bit, and it just was incomplete. Just jiggled on out. Crazy. All right. Philly Sports on Top is here. He says, hey, JJ. What's up, Philly Sports on Top? How you doing, man? Wow. That is crazy. What did Sean Payton just say about Bo Nix? Let's see. Sean Payton. Head coach Sean Payton announced that Bo Nix fractured a bone rib in his ankle on the second-to-last play. They call it, the Broncos just posted on their Twitter that it was on the second-to-last play of the game. And that is where, and that is when he suffered that injury. I wonder if they're just saying that just to make it for better press, I guess. I don't know. But Peyton did confirm at the podium that Bo Nix fractured his ankle, and his season is done. Adam Schefter. I want to look back again at that tweet because I thought that he said it was during the celebration. That's terrible. Regardless. Second to last place sounds like that they're covering it up. Yeah. I'm like looking for the Adam Schefter tweet. He said that Broncos quarterback Bo Nix suffered a season-ending broken bone in his ankle during today's overtime victory. I saw that. But what was the other report that I said it was during the celebration? All right, here we go. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Second to last play was a kneel down. Here we go. Pinero is going to kick things off, and this will be for 65 yards. It's going to go all the way towards the back of the end zone, and Seattle is going to start things off at their own 20. And Sam Darnold and the Seahawks offense are ready to go back out there. We were talking a little bit before how Kyle Shanahan was not happy with one of his players and was a little bit animated over on the sideline. That was Green, Renardo Green for San Francisco. They're showing a shot of him right now over on the sideline really quickly. 4:32 left to go in the second quarter. Darnold is under center, and we have a tight end in motion. That's A.J. Bartner. Here is Darnold, who will get the snap. He's going to hand it off, and it'll be over towards Walker as he runs towards the right side, and he'll just get a gain of 3 yards. Okwayano able to tackle him right at the waist after a gain of 3 yards by Walker. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, folks. Kenneth Walker III, 25 years old. He turned 25 in October. 5 feet 9 inches tall, listed as 211 pounds, has been with the Seahawks since 2022. So 2 running backs out there, and they're going to hand it off again to Walker, who was on the right side of Sam Darnold. And so he'll juke on past the 30 and get to the 29. Or sorry, he got past the 25, and then he took it all the way to the 29. So it's a gain of 6 yards after he was able to run. And it'll now be 3rd and short within the 30. It'll be 3rd and 1 to be exact at the 29 of Seattle. 43 rushing yards for the Seahawks and just 28 on the ground for San Fran. 3rd and 1. Here is Darnold under center. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Receiver in motion. Darnold is going to pitch it back on over to Charbonnet, and he is did he get past the line of scrimmage? No, and there's a flag issued over towards the near side. Don't know who it's going to be on. I assume it's going to be on San Fran because it looked like that Charbonnet got nicked up there. He got hit over towards the shoulders, and he is down. He is rolling around. Now he's grabbing onto that right knee, and he is laying down flat on his back. Clock stops with 3:01 to go in the second quarter, and there will be an injury timeout taken. But before that, let's see what the signal is from the referee. I guess that they're going to call an illegal hit or something. Ooh, they call a holding on the defense. It's going to be on Elliott, so it's a 5-yard penalty, and Seattle will get another first down at their 34. So Charbonnet got banged up. Looking at the replay, he went down. And they didn't show the full replay. Of course they didn't. It looked like he was grabbing onto that knee. And so we're going to have a timeout taken. You said that one was from Schefter. Did he change the tweet? I'll have to go back and listen to what the tweet originally was in real time because maybe he changed it. He may have changed it. I can't always remember little things like that. Bo Nix injured in celebration. Fractured a bone in his ankle. That's all it says now. They call it on the second to last play. Bo fractured his right ankle. Yeah, it's on the second to last play. That's what they're all saying. Wow. What? Weird. Oh, man. They're ashamed to admit he broke it playing hopscotch. Dick puts too much pressure on his bones when he tries to throw more than 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, says Larry. Yeah. Regardless, though, that is terrible. But yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to that. If that is, in fact, wrong, I apologize. Because I usually like to be right. But now I can't remember. I can't see anywhere now that it says it was during the celebration. Maybe somebody in chat brought it up. I don't know. Zach Charbonnet is, speaking of injured, he's going on into the blue medical tent. Now they're showing the replay as they came back from the TV timeout. It looked like that he just got hit right on the the knee. 2:45 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 1st and 10 at the Seattle 34. Darnold is under center, triples over towards the right. They'll fake the handoff and now lofted on over to Shaheed, who's going to run over towards the outside, past the 40, all the way to the 50, and down inside the 45, and right at the San Fran 36. Shaheed able to cut on through. It was a jet sweep, and that was absolutely executed perfectly by him and Darnold. Gosh, they faked the handoff, and on a jet sweep, Shaheed just took it all the way towards the outside, and San Fran just could not stop him. He had a couple of blockers up front, too, and was able to take advantage of a wide gap, including one nice block by Saubert, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 17-6, Seahawks up by 11 with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Be right back. Okay, we are out of the 2-minute warning. Darnold is under center. There are 5 seconds left on the play clock. The fullback, Robbie Oates, is out there. Darnold is going to get the snap as he drops back, throws it over towards the right side, tries to give it back to his fullback, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. It was a line drive throw, just deflected off of his hands, but he was well covered. Thanks for popping the drop, Chris. What's going on? What's up, Chris? Just stopping in to drop a like and show some support. I appreciate you for being on here, man. I think that play was third to last. Yeah, people even on Twitter are speculating about it now, so it's not just me. 2nd and 10, 8 seconds left on the play clock. Jackson Smith-Njigba is in motion. He's now on the right side of Sam Darnold. On the left is Walker. Darnold gets the snap, throws it up the middle, and it is just incomplete, out of reach for Raheed Shaheed up the middle. And it was a little bit over towards his left side. And just could not get there. Clock stops with 1:51 to go in the second quarter. Ball still at the San Fran 36. Offensive line actually did a good job giving him protection and buying him time to make that throw. San Fran is 103 yards in the air, and Seattle has just 42. Charbonnet's return is questionable. Here's an empty backfield for Seattle as they get the snap. Pass rush coming. He has to throw it immediately, and he does. And he's going to make the throw, and that's going to be caught by the tight end, Bobo. He's going to make the catch, take it right inside the San Fran 25, and go down to the 20. Nice play there. Incredible play by Darnold, and Bobo able to just catch it in stride, and that is good. That's a tight end. I meant to say the 4th-string wide receiver. Jake Bobo, number 19, able to make the line drive catch, 1st and 10. And right now, the Seahawks are in the red zone. Darnold again under center. 5 seconds left on the play clock. He'll get the snap. Hand it off over to Walker. He has a gap up the middle. He'll take it past the 15. And down to the 11 he goes. Nice play there. And the center did a great job at opening up the floodgates there. Jalen Sundell just was able to give him a big gap to be able to just run on up the middle, and then it closed by Sigel after about 4 yards. It's now 2nd and 1. Clock still ticking, 43 seconds to go. They got to get to the San Fran, they got to get to the 9. Here we go. Walker is going to run it up the middle. He gets about 3 yards, and there's a 1st and goal. 34 seconds left in this second quarter, and a timeout taken by Seattle. Remember on the kneel down, some of the Broncos dove over the line at his feet to try to strip the ball, and were frustrated. Could have been there. First and goal for the Seahawks. And Charbonnet just went back into the tunnel. 17-6 Seahawks. They lead it by 11. Falcons are hiring Kevin Stefanski as their new head coach. Oh, wow. That was just reported by Ian Rappaport. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. The handoff over to Walker, running past the left guard and getting into the end zone, and the Seahawks increase their lead. A 7-yard run by Walker to make it 23-6 Seattle. And that is just going to pretty much just about do it for the first half. There's still 31 seconds to go. Just an incredible half by the Seattle offense, and the defense has been doing their job as well. Incredible play call. The 49ers, I mean, they did have somebody there to dive on over towards his ankles, and that was Marquise Sigley, and he just missed that tackle right at about the 3. 31 seconds to go. Here's the extra point by the Seahawks. It's up, and it's an 18-point ball game. Is it just me, or have there been a lot of disappointing and boring playoff games? The Bills game? That was not boring. The Patriots game, I think, was not the most entertaining. The Panthers game was wildly entertaining. The Eagles game as a football fan was really good. And then the Saturday night game, Bears-Packers, that was fun too. I'd say it's been pretty good. I mean, the Monday night game was awful. I mean, that was the worst of the bunch between Pittsburgh and Houston. But I'd say the NFL playoffs have been pretty good. But, agree to disagree. Have there been a lot of disappointing and boring playoff games? Disappointing and boring? Well, I guess if you're an Eagles fan, then, yeah, you're disappointed, of course. But, yeah, I don't know. I think most of them have been pretty good. This one and the Pats. The Monday night game was terrible, too, in my opinion. 24-6, 31 seconds to go in the second quarter. And here's the kick. That's going to be launched and caught right at about the 10. Myers, his kick was right over to Robinson, and he takes it past the 15 all the way to the 20, past the 25, and Morris is going to tackle him right on the 30, right on the numbers. And that'll stop the clock. 1st and 10 at the San Fran 30. Yes, and the Steelers were bad. Yep. 24-6, Seattle in cruise control right now. San Fran is actually going to get the ball back to start off the second half. But obviously, if you're San Fran with one timeout left, you want to try to get yourself into field goal range and just make this a two-possession game. Purdy in the gun. He's going to get the snap. He drops back. He's looking down the center, fakes the throw, and then throws it a little bit short of Christian McCaffrey. It was in front of him. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. Counting the 2 college football games, we've had a lot of good football. Yeah, championship Monday. That'll be interesting. McCaffrey is out of the play right now. He's over on the sideline. There's a trainer right next to him. Keep your eye on that. All right, here's Purdy in the gun again. Triples towards the right. He gets the shotgun snap. He steps up. He climbs the pocket. He's going to run past the 35, outside to the 40, and twisted and turned at the 48. He was able to run on out of bounds, too. And the San Francisco is going to take a timeout. I thought that he got out, but San Fran is going to burn their final timeouts. Let's see, again, on the replay if he was technically in or not. But again, he had pressure from the right side of the line. They just couldn't do their job there. Oh, yeah, he was in. He was in, so they were supposed to call that final timeout. Yep. He was in. 1st and 10 at the 48. Lou, who did they hire? Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski. It was just announced by Ian Rappaport. Seattle does have one timeout left. They got one left to burn. San Fran is out of timeouts. 1st and 10 at the San Fran 48. And before the play is even called, Seattle will burn their final timeout. It's been a long first half. It's been a very long first half. There's Panero warming up over on the sidelines. It's right now, this would be a 66-yard field goal for the 49ers. Who hires Stefanski? The Falcons? Yes. No, it was the Eagles. No, I'm kidding. I know the people wanted Stefanski. Wait, hold up. Who hired him? No, I'm kidding. 13 seconds left on the game clock. And Purdy is going to get the snap. He drops back. He's going to throw it over towards the sidelines, but it's caught. Was it inbounds? Was it inbounds? It looked like it was. Both feet, did they get down? I thought that it did. San Fran's offense is still out there. They'll call it 2nd and 10. He just was out. I saw. Okay, I see it. Yep, he was out. 2nd and 10, 15 seconds left on the play clock. That was nearly a pick by Witherspoon. He almost picked that thing off. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back again. He's looking for the Hail Mary. He throws it with all his power and all his might. Throws it, and that is battered around and incomplete. So that was supposed to go to Tongs in the end zone, and he could not haul it on in. It was a good try. It was. It was a good try. Tongs just could not haul it in. He had a defender out in front of him who did just swat that football away out of his hands. And Seattle's defense stands strong, and we're going to go on in to halftime. 24-6, Seahawks lead it by 18. Man, okay. With the Browns, no less. Yeah. Okay, so, guys, what a first half that was. First of all, I still can't process the Bo Nix news. That is terrible. Thank you all so much for being on here. First half, man, I expected that the 49ers were going to go out there with a little bit more fire. If you would have told me that Shaheed would have started the game off with a kickoff touchdown return, I would have absolutely called you crazy. That guy was just taking off. It looked like he was running out of a cannon, and he just made a statement for the Seattle Seahawks. And I'll tell you what, that play really just set the tone. No doubt about it. And San Fran has just been behind the sticks ever since. Seattle's defense has done a great job. They have really erased Jawan Jennings out of this game. I will certainly give Kobe Bryant a lot of credit. He's been on him a lot, it seems. The coverages that he's been able to provide have been so strong. McCaffrey has obviously still gotten his yards. He still has been very impactful, not just on the ground, but obviously in the air game too. And he's been impactful in that area. But that fumble by Tongs was huge. I just feel like that special teams for Seattle has done an awesome job today. They also had a really nice punt that San Fran had to start at their own 4 on the second drive that they had. It was either the second or the third drive for San Fran. It was just an excellent punt by Michael Dixon. So, they're winning all facets of this game. And so if you're a 49ers fan, you obviously have to wonder which version of your team are you going to get in the second half, but you also have to think to yourself, how can the 49ers adjust against adjust against Sam Darnold, and also just try to not bang up that defense, but do a good job against that defense in the passing game and in the running game as well. That's my sign to take a very quick step off and go stretch. I do want to go say hi to somebody. I do want us to go say hi to somebody. Let's go raid someone. Let's go raid. Who should we raid today? We got 27 people on here watching. Again, thank you all so much for tuning on in. Let's go say hi to someone. Say hi to Doc. Dr. Delay. All right, let's go say hi to Dr. Delay. Yeah. Okay. Let's drop his link. There he is. All right. Tell Dr. Delay that I say hi. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hit 2,000 subs over on his channel.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we are covering the rest of the NFL playoffs, and we also are doing college basketball as well. So the 49ers are down 24-6 against the Seattle Seahawks. Winner of this game, of course, gets to advance to the NFC Championship game, which will be next Sunday. But the Seahawks have been just absolutely all over the field and are just doing an incredible job on all three sides of the football. Special teams, defense, and offense. It's been nothing but Seattle in this game. The main thing that has really stood out to me in just that first half is how awesome the secondary has been doing for the Seattle Seahawks. Every time that Brock Purdy has been putting the ball up in the air, it just seems like he has not been able to go deep because these cornerbacks and safeties are just covering everybody downfield. So we're ready to start off the second half. San Fran will get the ball to start things off. 24-6 Seahawks. They have 3 field goals, the 49ers, and both of them from Pinero. One was from 40 yards. The other one was from 56. Seattle started the game off with a kickoff return for a touchdown by Shaheed for 95 yards. And then Myers hit a 31-yard field goal. Extra point, by the way, was good. Jackson Smith and Jigba also caught a 4-yard touchdown after a turnover was made on a fumbled football by Tongs. He caught the ball, and then the fumble was created by Seattle, and then they capitalized, and they got a short field and were able to make it 17-0 at the time. Then Pinero did kick 2 field goals in a row, and then Kenneth Walker ran it on into the end zone with 31 seconds left in the first half. 24-6 is how we got to where we are. Any news on Zach Charbonnet, JJ? That's a very good question. I'm going to check that out right now. McCaffrey is over on the sideline. He's getting, I don't know if I'd say he's getting checked out. There was putting something underneath his jersey on his undershirt, if you will. So here we go. Here's the kickoff, and that's going to be returned to the 25, and down to the 28 goes Robinson. It was caught at the 3, so it's a 25-yard return for Robinson, and Brock Purdy will set up shop right inside the San Fran 30. Zach Charbonnet. All right, here we go. Purdy is under center, and the 49ers are going from left to right. Jusic, in motion, now lines up over on the right side of the line. Purdy's going to flip it on over towards his running back. That's Robinson. And we have a couple of flags thrown right on over towards the line. Any news on Zach Charbonnet? Still haven't heard anything. Nothing. All right, so they call it a 1-yard gain. There's no flag on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9. Let's go. Shotgun formation yet again for Brock Purdy. And Jennings in motion. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back and now throws it over towards the right and out of bounds, incomplete. Had to shuffle his feet and avoid that pressure coming up front from Seattle. So it's now third down territory for the 49ers. And Seattle looking to get a stop. Only gotten 1 yard on 2 plays. Purdy lines him up yet again. Over on the outside for San Fran is Robinson. Here's the snap to Brock Purdy. Drops back over towards the 20. Rolls out over towards the left. And now sets his feet. Fires it. And Jennings makes the catch for a first down in stride. He caught it at the 45 and ran to the 48. And it's a new set of downs for the 49ers. Incredible play by Brock. Able to escape a potential sack. And then just got right to his spot out of the pocket. And found Jennings again, just running out over towards the left side. McCaffrey starting the half on the sideline says hardcore. Yeah, I thought I said that. But yes, you are correct. All right, here we go. Purdy fakes the handoff this time. Rolls on over towards the right. Pressure is coming, and he's just going to throw it away. They kept backing him up, Seattle. They got him back all the way over towards the Seattle 35. And Tongs is now limping, and he is going to jog on over towards the sidelines. And if you're a 49ers fan, I mean, everyone's just getting banged up. Tongs just sort of went down on his knee. I guess he slipped on the turf or something, but the trainer and the assistant trainer are there to help him. He had a hand on the trainer's back shoulder. 2nd and 10, 5 seconds left on the play clock. Purdy is going to fake the pass and he'll hand it off this time. And James is going to run up the middle and get himself 7 yards. And that'll set him up for a 3rd and 3 at the 45 of Seattle. That's Jordan James. Haven't heard his number called all day. And James is going to stay out. They tell him to stay out, and now they're going to tell him to get back on over towards the sidelines. Okay. 3rd and 3, 18 seconds left on the play clock. And they break the huddle. Dual receivers over on the right. Purdy will hand it off yet again to Robinson. And he just credited for 1 yard. Maffei closed that hole, and so did Reed. And it'll be 4th and 2 at the 44 of Seattle. Not a big gap there at all whatsoever. Williams could not necessarily open up even just a little bit more space for him to be able to operate. San Fran's offense will stay out there, and we'll see how they do. This is arguably the play of the game for that. 12:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. San Fran is 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions today. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back. Pressure's coming. And he is set right inside the 42. Oh, gosh. A 14-yard loss. Williams just closed that gap and just came absolutely sprinting at Brock Purdy and just threw him right to the ground. Oh, man. That is a beast, a monster coming right at Brock Purdy, and the Seahawks take on over in San Francisco territory. That's a loss of 14 yards. Good night, Scott. Thanks so much for hanging out. That turf. Yeah. What a game by the Seahawks, man. Seahawks fans are going crazy right now. They are. They're celebrating right now. They're playing well. They're playing very well. That is Brock Purdy's first sack that he has taken today. Is that correct? It says first sack. I believe it is. I should have kept track of that. Oh, man. Tomorrow we got the Texans playing against the Patriots. That game is going to be on ESPN at 3 o'clock. And at 6:30, the Rams are going to be at Soldier Field taking on the Chicago Bears. That should be a good game. I'm very excited about that. Don't know how the Patriots-Texans game is going to go, but we'll have you covered for that game, too. We also are doing the 12 o'clock basketball game, the NBA game. It's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Orlando Magic. And we'll have you covered for that game, too. That game is going to be on Amazon Prime. So we'll be doing that during the early afternoon, if you guys want to check that out. Thank you all so much for rocking with me, man. I, again, just want to make sure that I put out there how thankful I am for you guys. And, you guys supporting a small channel and trying to help it grow. It means the world. Okay, so we are back in action. Seattle is going to start off with the football at the San Fran 42. Here is Darnold on a handoff to Walker, who runs all the way laterally over towards the outside and now cuts on past the 37 and takes it to the 35 of San Fran. They'll call it a gain of about 7 yards, and it'll be a 2nd and 3. Darnold today, just 7 completions for 68 yards. He did get a touchdown throw over to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And Jackson in this game, only 1 catch for 4 yards. That was the touchdown catch that he had. He's been their number 1 receiver. Darnold backs up, and he throws it up the middle, zips it right perfectly over to Kupp for a gain of 11 on a slant. Okay, Anomo tried to block it. Went over towards the left side of his hand. And there's Cooper Kupp just making a Cooper Kupp type of a play. Tongs is questionable to return. Charbonnet is still over on the sideline for the Seattle Seahawks. 13 seconds left on the play clock. And Darnold is now under center. Taps his left foot again. He'll get the snap. He'll hand it off over to Walker again. Cuts over towards the outside to the 20 and down to about the 16-yard line of San Francisco. 8 yards by Walker on the ground that time, and he is now up to 56 just on 10 touches and averaging 5.6 yards per carry today. Yeah. And so the clock continues to wind down. 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Seahawks looking to advance and try to get into the end zone to make this potentially a 4-score game. Another handoff, and that's going to result in the first down as Walker got a little bit of space up the middle. He had to get to the 14-yard line, and he did. It's a gain of 2. Winters gets the stop. McCaffrey, they're showing him again over on the sideline. Been on his backhand over towards his lower back. 1st and 10, ball at the San Fran 40. And Seattle is now knocking on the door. Darnold under center. 5 seconds left on the play clock. He gets the snap. He drops back. Pressure's coming. And down he goes. A loss of 8 yards. West with the tackle. He just broke on through. And that was a big-time play by the Niners defense. Gosh. Just for a split second, thought maybe he was going to throw it on towards that left side. Couldn't tell which receiver that was that he was looking for, but it's a big loss. So this sends them back to the San Fran 22. It's a loss of 8 yards. Darnold again in the gun. Walker moves over towards his right side. They just got the play off. They'll flip it over to Walker. Runs out inside the 20 towards the right side and out of bounds at the 17 towards the far sideline. And they'll call it third and 13, I should say. 8:13 to go in the third quarter, and 15 seconds left on the play clock. And Darnold again will go with an empty backfield. Jackson Smith and Jigba on the right side. 5 receivers out there. 3 on the left and 2 on the right. 1 second left on the play clock. He'll get the snap off. He'll make the throw. It's up the middle and taken, cutting past the 10. Going about towards the 7-yard line for a 4th down and 2 is Jackson Smith and Jigba. It was a short pass as he was on the right side of the line. And then he cut right, then cut left, cut right again past another defender, and then took it all the way over to the San Fran 6. And this will be a 24-yard field goal. This will be for Jason Myers. 24-6 is the game. It would still be a 3-possession game. Here's the kick by Myers, and it's right on down Broadway, 27-6, with 7:07 to go in the third quarter. Whoops. And with that, we'll take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, 27-6 is the score. Seattle will kick things off, and the 49ers will have their kick returner catch it at the 4, take it over the middle, over towards the 20, and run on down the middle over towards the 31 of San Fran. Okay. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell icons. We got Colton here in the chat. Colton, what is going on? Happy to see you on here. Seahawks allowed 10 yards before contact to the football. I couldn't read the full graphic there. 7:01 to go in the third quarter. Purdy in the gun gets the snap, fakes the handoff as McCaffrey's back out there. Steps up, climbs the pocket, and throws it. And it's going to be caught for a first down as San Francisco is able to move the sticks. That was Juszczyk who was able to make the catch in stride. More of a deceptive play by Brock Purdy. 14 touches for Christian McCaffrey and 68 total yards as he is back in the huddle. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. It's a 21-point game. Seattle is just absolutely destroying the Niners. Purdy gets the snap. He drops back over towards the 30. Side shuffles about a couple of times. Throws it, and it's picked off and intercepted by the Seahawks. And they will have the football again in their own territory. Farrell was supposed to make the catch there, and it was instead picked off by Jones at the San Fran 47. Right to him. And he got it in the breadbasket. And the Seahawks again have a short field. Wow. Brock Purdy with a pick. Did I say that was his second interception of the game? He nearly threw one before. That was towards the end of the first half, but that was caught out of bounds. This one was technically his first pick. Looks like the NFC will go through Seattle. I guess so. 27-6, Seahawks out in front by 21 points. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, folks. Oh, man. What a game. It's a lot of fun watching football with you guys. It really is. Best football game that you ever went to? Have you guys been to many football games? Let me know if there are some that you guys have gone to that are like absolutely memorable. Because I love hearing stories. I love hearing from you guys, and I like getting to know you guys. I know that some of you guys just like to come on here just to tune on into these games, and you don't like to say much, or you are in the shadows. But I don't know. I'd like to hear from you. I would. I mean, this is what the platform's all about. It's not just me talking. It's you guys typing and you guys being open and sharing stuff with me. I think that that's what makes this sort of a back and forth conversation between the viewer and the caster. And that's what I like. As we call it the game, of course. 27 points for the Seahawks, 6 for the Niners. And 6:09 left in the third quarter. So yeah, comment what your favorite game that you ever attended was, and tell me why, and tell me what made that experience special. 6:09 to go in the third quarter as Darnold is under center. It'll be a play-action pass as Darnold rolls towards the right, fires, and Smith-Njigba catches it, reels it on in. And it'll be just for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. So it's a 4-yard pass. And the catch was made at the 43. JJ, we are helping a person with cancer. If you guys can help him. If you mean contributions, I would, let me know. Here's a handoff that goes on over to Walker for a gain of a yard, and that's going to be taken to the 42. I mean, yeah. 3rd and 5, now at the San Fran 42-yard line. So 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Nobody has any good football stories? Nobody's ever been to a football game? Not one person. I find that very hard to believe. 4:45 left to go in the third quarter. Darnold gets the snap. He throws it towards the right. Wide open catch. Walker hauled it on in over towards the right seam. And he is down at the San Fran 28-yard line. And Seattle again gets another first down in this game. Excellent grab by Walker. And Darnold threw it right on target. It was a perfectly delivered throw. Had to stretch his arms out, too, to make the catch. 4:10 left to be played in the third quarter. Triples towards the left. Darnold and the Seahawks go from right to left. Here's a handoff, and running on over towards the outside, but losing 4 yards towards the near sideline is Shaheed. It was a jet sweep, and it did not work out in Seattle's favor that time. So the clock is going to continue to go down. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And it's 2nd and 13. I've never been to, actually that's a lie. I've been to one regular season football game, and it was Patriots-Jets back in 2015, where the Jets won in overtime. Fitzpatrick got it. Darnold in the gun gets the snap, throws it over towards the left side. Wide open catch made by Kupp, and he will get a first down at the 15. Let's go. 3:05 left to go in the third quarter, and so it's now 1st and 10. It's on Snowman Channel tonight. Okay. All right. I'll check it out after the stream. I'll make sure that I do that. All right. Five targets and 5 catches for Cooper Kupp. Total of 60 yards for him. Darnold taps his right foot. 3 seconds left on the play clock. And now 1 second left. They got to get the snap off, and they do. They do not. Timeout will be taken by Seattle. They acted like they didn't. And there will be a timeout. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. The winner, of course, advances to the conference championship game, which will be next week. And it looks like Seattle right now, who has a 21-point lead. And it's looking like that they are going to be representing the one of the teams in the NFC for the championship. All right, here we go. Darnold in the gun gets the snap, hands it off to Walker again, runs towards the inside, past the 10 to the 5, and he's in. His second touchdown that he has ran for today. And that makes it a 4-possession game as they are just mollywopping the 49ers. Another little gap, and Walker got on through before the wall closed. Myers' extra points incoming. And there it is. It's right on through the uprights. It's a 4-possession game out in Seattle. They lead it by 4 touchdowns. And they'll be back. What an absolute blowout that the Seattle Seahawks are performing against the San Francisco 49ers. Myers with the kickoff. That's going to be for 60 yards. It'll be caught by Sky Moore, and he will return it all the way to the San Fran 31. That's where he's going to be marked down. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Folks, again, thank you all so much for supporting me over on YouTube and for staying on here and for tuning on in during your Sunday or your Saturday night. I just keep thinking that it's Sunday. It's not Sunday. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Here is McCaffrey on a handoff, and he will get absolutely destroyed and lose 2 yards. Thomas there to tackle him, and a good job again by this Seahawks defense to just make that stop. It was Drake Thomas. That is his 3rd tackle today that he has made on defense. So 2nd and 12, and the clock is still ticking. 1:50 left in this 3rd quarter, and San Fran will line them up. Okay, Purdy in the gun, taps his right foot. He'll get the snap. He drops back again, rolls towards the right, and is just going to run on past the 25, or the 35, and out of bounds to the 38. It's a scramble for 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 3 coming on up at the San Fran 38-yard line. The refs did Josh Allen dirty. I wanted to at least see the Bills go to the Super Bowl, says Sam. That was, honestly, man, like, that was an incredible interception. I don't know. I don't think you're talking about that. All right, 3rd and 3. But what's going on, Sam? How you doing, dude? 3rd and 3. Purdy lines him up. 3 seconds left on the play clock. He gets the shotgun snap, looks towards the left, throws it, and Jennings had it, and he dropped it. He dropped it. Oh, gosh. He was open. That would have been for 15 yards, and he just dropped a beautiful throw by Brock Purdy. Man. And so it'll now be 4th and 3 at the San Fran 38, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. And this is the play of the game. The game is on the line right now. 52 seconds left in the 3rd. San Fran has to get a first, and Seattle is going to take their second timeouts. I mean, this is just desperation mode for them. Seattle gets a first down here. It's pretty much GG. Or San Fran gets a first. If Seattle stops San Fran here, that is going to make it really, really tough. Not saying that it's already not tough, but makes it even way harder for them. The Mammoth, they won today 6-3. Canadians also won in OT. 6-5 was the final score of that game. All right, 4th and 3. Here we go. Seahawks up by 28 points. 18 seconds left on the play clock. Season on the line for San Fran. They're 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions today. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Here's the shotgun snap to Brock Purdy. Maneuvers over towards his right side. That's a scramble out of a sack. And he goes over to the 20, throws it as he was running on out of bounds, throws it, and it's incomplete. No flags thrown. Supposed to go to number 84, and that's Kendrick Bourne. And Seattle again is going to get the ball at their own the San Fran 38-yard line, and will take on over on downs. And that look in Kyle Shanahan's face says it all for the 49ers. But this Seahawks fan base, tell you what, the decibel level is loud, to say the least. What a bloodbath of a performance by the Seahawks. Remember when we lost to the Niners last weekend? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean, my friend. I don't think I was here for that. Maybe it was a dream. What's up, Steve? Shout out to Steve. Shout out to everybody in the chat supporting the channel. This might be like the biggest blowout in recent playoff history. If Seattle goes up again, it would be a 5-possession game, technically. Yeah, says Steve. That's right, dude. Oh, it wasn't a dream. It was a nightmare come true, says Steve. Man. It was a nightmare come true. Man. Well, if it makes you feel any better, the Eagles really don't deserve. They didn't deserve to be here. They would have gotten crushed by the Seahawks with the way that things have gone. I don't really know if that makes anybody feel better, JJ. You probably just made Steve feel worse. And I apologize. But I say, like, if it makes you feel better, because at least you would know, but you would still want to obviously root for the Birds, of course. 34-6, and Seattle gets another short field. And Darnold is going to be under center yet again. 12 for 17 today with his completed passes. And so he'll line up. 10 seconds left on the play clock. And the handoff goes over to Walker again. Gets past the 30, escapes the tackle. And he is down inside the 25. It's a 13-yard run by Walker. He has 92 on the ground on 15 carries. Honestly, I didn't expect this game to go any other way. I figured Seattle was going to smack the Niners. I did not. I was wrong. I went against what a lot of people thought, and I'm fine with it. Because if I was right, I would have proven a lot of people wrong. But that's okay. I didn't play by the odds. I played by the odds, right? I went against the odds. That's really what it was. But that's okay. I did actually think that the 49ers were going to win this. And look, technically they still can. That's going to end the third quarter, by the way. And Seattle is going to have the football on the San Fran 24, as they very well should. Niners are a deflated team, says Steve. Yep. That is the truth. And Charbonnet, I mean, at this point, you probably should not even think about putting Charbonnet back out there if you're Seattle, right? I mean, that might sound like a dumb question, but is it a dumb question? I think it is. Tomorrow, we got a 12 o'clock game. We're doing the Grizzlies against the Magic. That game will be on Amazon Prime. And then we'll do the Texans versus the Patriots at 3. And then the 6:30 LA Rams game will be on for that too. Rams and Bears at 6:30. So that's your schedule for tomorrow. And then Monday we got the Sixers. Tuesday. What's going on Tuesday? I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. Oh, wait. I think that there's a back-to-back, isn't there? Do the Sixers play back-to-back days? They do. They play against the Suns on Tuesday. So there's my Tuesday. And then Wednesday we're doing the Carolina Tar Heels game. This is a horrible game for San Francisco. They should really feel embarrassed. Actually, if you think about it, says Steve, the Eagles handed this win to Seattle on a silver platter. Yeah, that's interesting. I never really thought about that. I don't like to look at it that way, but I guess that is a way to look at it. I mean, if you're being objective and you're being fair about it, because all they had to do was just fix the play calling, and they didn't do that, and they mentally... I feel like that there were a lot of psychological issues, and it wasn't necessarily that the 49ers were the better team, but I don't necessarily think... I think a lot of it was mental and a lot of it was psychological. John, what's up, John? How you doing, man? 34-6. That's the score of the game. Welcome aboard, John. Welcome on into this nail-biter of a game where the Seattle Seahawks have a 4-possession lead and are possibly about to go up by 5 possessions. Here's a handoff over to Walker as he runs up the middle. He's going to push the file on forward, past the 15 to the 10, and down to the 9. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that was unbelievable. He got a push from the back. It looked like he was going to be stopped right at about the 15, and then he just was able to get a huge push, and that was an extra 6 yards there. JJ just checking on in, having some fish and chips in Pahoa. Listening on in, fish of choice. Ono aka, or Ono, a.k.a. Wahoo. Okay, sorry, I like to say Ono Aka. Sorry. My bad. First and goal now, and a handoff again over to Walker, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. It'll be a loss of 3. Tried to take it over towards the right side of the line, and Winters is the one who makes the stop. But yeah, 34-6 is the score of this game. The Buffalo game was really good. Denver won 33-30 in overtime. Shante, not really. The Niners are down to their 9th string of players. I mean, it's still a bad game for the 49ers, and I agree that if you I agree to an extent. Second and goal. Here's a handoff that goes to Walker again. He's looking to try to get a hat trick of touchdowns, and it'll be stopped right at about the 5. And it'll now be 3rd and goal. I think that it was a bad game for Brock, Jennings, right? Like the guys that are out there that are like the number 1 options. Pearsall has not had a good game. But as far as the defense goes for the 49ers, I can't put too much blame on guys up front because, yeah, they're still missing Warner. They're still down guys. They're down a lot of linebackers. Winters was questionable, and I don't even think that he's fully healthy. If you were to ask him, Trey Tomlinson is out on the IR. Tatum Bethune is on IR. Bosa, of course, and Martin. So, yeah, defensively, I would agree. And even Ayuk, Ayuk being out, and George Kittle, sure. But as far as Jennings and Pearsall and McCaffrey and Purdy go, yeah. Here we go. All right, Walker ready to get the handoff, and he does this time. Takes it all the way towards the right side, and he's in once again. His 3rd touchdown today. He has a hat trick. It's now 40-6 Seahawks. Another nice gap created by the right guard, Anthony Bradford. Extra point coming on up. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. And it is right on through. 35-point lead for Seattle in just an absolute mollywop of a game. It's a bloodbath with 12:43 left to go in the 4th quarter. 5 plays, 37 yards in 2 minutes and 58 seconds of that drive. Eagles went out like the Phillies, sad coaching. Yeah, I would also say that the Phillies, right, like what technically ended the season was also a mishap. Like, that was on the player. That was on Orion. But as far as everything else goes, I can't disagree with your take. But for the game to end, for their season to end on just a mental error, I mean, that was horrible. That was terrible. It's officially a butt whooping. Oh, it is. Yep. It is a butt whooping. Speaking of kicking butts, welcome aboard. Just kidding. What's up, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Speaking of butts, hit that button. Yeah. What type of fish are you having, John? What type of fish? John, when was I was talking about this a little bit earlier. No one was contributing, but when was the last time? And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but when was the last time that you were actually at a football game? Have you ever been to a football game, like an NFL football game or even a college football game? 41-6, Seahawks lead it in the 4th quarter with 12:43 left to play. How did the 49ers get their 6? 2 field goals, both of them by Pinero. One was from 40 yards. The other one was from 56. So, that's it. That's it. Purdy has not thrown a touchdown today. Nope. He is not. Uh, 41-6. Okay, 35-point lead. Again, Seattle leads it by 5 possessions. Walker has 19 rushes for 116 yards and has a hat trick of touchdowns. Here's a kick by Myers, and that's going to be caught over towards the end zone, and a touchback for San Fran. San Fran had 6 Pro Bowlers this year, and so did the Seahawks. Darnold, Lawrence, Shaheed, Smith and Jigba, Williams, and Witherspoon. John Reese, the long snapper for San Fran, made it to a Pro Bowl this year, huh? 41-6, 12:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. Purdy is under center. He'll hand it off to McCaffrey as he runs past the left guard, takes it in between the hash marks after about a gain of 5, and is down at the San Fran 43-yard line. They'll call it 8 yards on the ground for Christian McCaffrey. So, yes. 2nd and 2 at the San Fran 43. McCaffrey today, 11 rushes for 35 yards. And he has a total of 74 scrimmage yards in this game. Purdy hands it off again. And this time it goes to James for just a gain of 1 yard. And now it's 3rd and 1. I mean, if you're San Fran, I'm honestly shocked that they're even just running the ball. I think that running the ball has to be out of the equation, correct? If they're trying to win this, and they're going to obviously have to go for deep passes. They really don't have, much time. 3rd and 1, 15 seconds left on the play clock, and Purdy will line them up yet again. Purdy is going to do a QB sneak up the middle, and he gets the first down on a gain of 3 yards. Stopped at the San Fran 47, and the drive will continue. Oh no, pronounced like oh no. Known as Wahoo everywhere else. Really flaky white meat. Waffle cut fries, 62 degrees this morning. Was freezing. Ooh. Never been to an NFL game, just MLB. When was the last baseball game that you went to? Here we go. Purdy again is going to roll on over towards the left side. He'll take it on over towards the near sideline, and he will just scramble for 4 yards. So they'll call it a gain of 4 on the ground. And he's down at the Seattle 49. Brock Purdy with 34 scrambling yards today on 4 carries himself. Huh. Never been to an NFL game. I didn't know that. I thought maybe you were at 1. Purdy will line him up yet again. 10 seconds left on the play clock. 10:30 left to go. Purdy gets the snap, throws it up the middle. The catch made, and diving on over to the 42 is James. It was caught after about a gain of 5, and then he got the extra 2 on the dive on forward. Oh, yeah. I love me some waffle cut fries. Waffle cut fries are absolute fire. Oh, they're good. Stop making, man, that sounds good. Okay, 1st and 10, yet again. Purdy will get the snap as he drops back over towards the 50, scrambles towards his left side. There's 3 Seahawks players coming, and he's just going to run it on out of bounds as they say that he got 3 yards towards the near side. Are you in Hawaii, says Steve? I'm not, but John is. Yes, John's in Hawaii. Yes. 2nd and 7 at the Seattle 39. Larry must have left a while ago. Larry's like, I'm not even tuning on into this game. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Purdy gets the snap, and And here's the pressure. It's coming. The ball comes loose. It got stripped out of his hands. There's another turnover. And Seattle just 9 minutes and 12 seconds away from going back to the NFC Championship game. Right behind Brock Purdy. He got blindsided by DeMarcus Lawrence. He came right from behind. He stripped the football away, and it was recovered by Emenwari at the Seattle 41. And that is yet another turnover by San Francisco. And they are getting pants. Just bit my tongue, literally. Gosh. This is an absolute butt kicking. You dirty dog. Remember the stat German flight attendant took me to the last yes. Back in Denver. Yeah. I remember now. A while back in 2014-ish. Mile High Stadium and Mile High Club. Yes. Okay, yes. Sorry, I had a brain freeze. But yes, I do remember. Yes. I do remember that. Yeah, I do. That makes for a good conversation, actually, which is really cool. Every battle with Seattle is always stressful, even in years with a losing regular season. It's always a battle. This beating today is brutal. Brutal. Yes, it is brutal. I feel for my dad. I do. I feel for my dad. But you know what? I do still believe that the Niners exceeded expectations because of the injuries that they dealt with, but they should feel embarrassed. Again, like, as far as the core that's there, they just didn't play well. They did not play well. Shouldn't be like this. But I hear you, dude. I hear you loud and clear. So, yeah, what do we have coming up? Tomorrow we got another basketball game. We're doing the Magic and Grizzlies game at 12. Then we got the Texans. That's not basketball. We got the Texans-Patriots football game at 3 o'clock. And then 6:30, of course, we got the other NFC divisional round game, and that's the Rams and the Chargers. 9:12 to go in the fourth quarter. A handoff and a loss of about 2 yards on the ground as Walker gets tackled for a loss of 2. Pacers on Monday? Yes, sir. Pacers and Sixers Monday. Sixers and Suns Tuesday. And then Wednesday we got the Tar Heels game. So we'll be covering that too. And then I'm off. I'm off to see the Wizard. Just kidding. I'm going to Nashville to go see my sister. 8:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Then we'll be back on Tuesday. So it's going to be for 5 days. Handoff that goes up the middle again. This time on the run, it's Jones. Gets himself 2 yards. This right here is not even on the depth chart, dude. He's not even on the depth chart. Jones just got 2 yards for the Seattle Seahawks. Jones. Velus Jones. Or Velus Jones. That's really how you say it. 3rd and 8. They will run the ball again with Jones this time, and he loses a yard or 2, and they'll call it a 4th and 9. Washing this down with a Henry Weinhard's orange cream soda, basically an orange creamsicle in a bottle. Wow. That sounds good. A Henry Weinhard's orange cream soda. I'm going to look that up and see what that actually visually looks like. I'm going to do that now. All right, so the punt is going to come with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. San Fran technically still has all 3 timeouts, but doesn't really matter at this point. The kick by Dixon, and he punts this one, and this will be launched and caught at the 11, juggled for a quick second, and only getting like 2 yards on the return there is Sky Moore. That was absolutely terrible and embarrassing for him, but he'll start inside the San Fran 20. They'll mark him down at the 19. Henry Weinhard. Let's look this up. Orange cream soda. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Blend of select oranges, mandarins, and vanilla with added complexity from lemon, lime, ginger, nutmeg, and botanicals. That's cool. They're from, the brewery is from Portland. Interesting. All right, here we go. 41-6. There's a 5-yard gain on the ground by James for San Fran. Again, Jordan James just racking up some yards, 3 carries, and 13 yards for him. Matt Jones is out there as the backup quarterback for Brock Purdy. And so Jones tries to complete a pass to Kendrick Bourne, and it's going to be incomplete. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left, and Seattle is just that much time away from making it back to the NFC Championship game. I got to go back to work currently in Columbus, Georgia, come Tuesday. Columbus, Georgia. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? John says, aloha, Steve. Aloha, dog. Aloha, dog. Here's Jones, under pressure, escapes the blitz, and he's going to run on over towards the right side, and then we'll get a first down, scrambles for 7 yards, and the 49ers will get a first down, 1st and 10 at the 31. Is that like not your father's root beer or something? Steve. So if you bet $1 right now on the 49ers to win, and they won, what would the payoff be, $1 million? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to bet right now. The lines are closed. If you're just taking money line for this game, which is basically the 49ers to win, there's no odds. They close it right now. Jones under center, and he is going to get the football, and he'll throw it up the middle, and it's going to be caught by Robinson for just 3 yards. But yeah. If they would open up, like, let's just say that they scored, like, 2 touchdowns and they opened up, it would probably then be, like, you know, plus 1,000. Like, yeah, over 1,000, something like that, yeah. Portland, oh no, never again. Blue hair in the bottle. Here's another throw by Jones, and it's over to Farrell. It's only a 1-yard gain, though. And it'll now be 3rd and 6 at the San Fran 35. John, you ready for baseball season as far as like, not the team, just like the vibe of baseball? Because I'm ready for baseball. 8 seconds left on the play clock, and Jones gets the snap. The former Patriot drops back. He throws it towards the left side. It's incomplete. Jawan Jennings was covered again by Thomas. And it's now 4th and 6. The clock stops with 4:30 to go. There's Brock Purdy over on the sideline with his offensive coordinator. He has his hand on Purdy's helmet. 4th and 6, 20 seconds left. And they're going to punt the football. And they're going to send Morstead out there for the punt. You been to Portland? Never been to Portland. Source: the Dodgers strongly are pushing for All-Star Freddie Peralta on the trade market. It's just ridiculous. Enough already, Dodgers. Just kidding. Here's the punt. That's going to be caught at the 12, over towards the right side. Nope, keeping Rob made me lose my passion, says John. Yeah, I'm not, again, like, as far as the team goes, I mean, like, I'm ready for the calls, you know, and just the vibes and the calm vibes in the chat. But as far as, like, the games themselves, I mean, yeah. I'll be looking forward to them during the regular season, obviously doing the 162, but for those people that are like looking for championship aspirations, I hear you. I hear you, because the Dodgers just keep getting better and better, and they're spending so much money on these guys, which is just absolutely insane. But I hear you. 41-6, 2nd and 4. Seahawks up by 35. Walker has scored 3 touchdowns today. He has a hat trick. His first one that he scored was for 7 yards. Then he had one for 15. And then the last one that he had was for 6. 3:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, I work for the railroad, Norfolk Southern. I work on the tracks like replacing ties, etc. Oh, wow. It's the easiest way to explain, but I travel so much because it's not local. It's several states wide. That is really cool. That's I think that's really interesting. How long have you been doing that, if you don't mind me asking? See, this is, again, why I like to get to know my viewers, especially in a blowout like this, because, I mean, you know, it's essentially pretty much a podcast at this point. They're just talking. You know, there's not really a lot more play-by-play involved with it, but I think that is really awesome. I just got this fridge in my room. I got really lucky. My parents got me that for Hanukkah, and I'm still getting used to, because I brought it up today. I had to make a spot for it. I'm still getting used to the sounds that it makes, and I keep thinking that somebody's at my door. 3rd and 1, and here's a run up the middle by Jones, and he's going to just get back to the line of scrimmage. And the clock is just going to go all the way down to close to the 2-minute warning. They'll have to run one more play before that. Thanks, JJ. Well, in February, it'll be 8 years. Huh. Wow. So you do travel a lot. What got you into it? What got you into it? So there's about, the next play will probably occur at the 2:07 marker, and they're just going to punt the football. And here's the punt by Dixon, and this one is popped up and backpedaling, making the catch at the 25 is Sky Moore again, running all the way over from the inside to the outside, and he actually lost 3 yards after all of that. I mean, he was just running horizontally and then just started running backwards, and he lost 3 yards, and we have now reached the 2-minute warning. 1 minute and 54 seconds left in this game before Seattle makes their way back to the NFC Championship game. Awesome, Steve. Great gig. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm ready to go out and get myself one after this. I am. So, yeah, tomorrow, another nice early day for us. We'll be back at 12. We'll be doing the Magic Grizzlies game, and then we'll definitely be doing the more NFL playoff games later in the day. So that'll be cool, and I hope that you guys are on for that. Thank you all very, very much for being on here. Once this game is done, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. Jones is now under center. He had previous experience on the South Carolina chain cake. A handoff to James as he runs past the right guard, takes it all the way to the 28 of San Fran, and it's now 2nd and 3. Thank you. What got me into it? My dad retired from SEPTA. Oh, wow. I grew up around trains. Long story short, I was applying to railroads all over while I was in State College, and Norfolk called me back. Huh. That's very interesting. That's cool, man. That's cool. So you tune on in when you're traveling because it's easy for you to follow along on the YouTube side of things. That's cool, dude. That's really awesome. Here's a handoff to James as he runs up the middle. Won't even get to the first down marker. It'll be a 3rd and 1 at the San Fran 30. And the clock is just going to continue to tick and go underneath a minute. 55 seconds left to be exact. This is probably the fastest second half of all time. The first half was so slow. And the second half of this game was just like, I don't know, a volleyball match. A quick one. 3rd and 1. The handoff and the run up the middle will be good enough for a first down again by James. It's Jordan James again, just being explosive up the middle. 28 yards for him on 6 carries. And that's going to wrap it up. The Seattle Seahawks are going back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 2015, and they will take on either the Rams or the Bears, and they win by a final score of 41-6. Let's go. A 35-point victory for the Seahawks. Congratulations to Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. Sam for winning his first career postseason game. And he will face either LA or Chicago next Sunday. And we'll see what ends up happening. But the NFC Championship game is going to reside in Seattle. And that should be fun. And that game will be on Sunday. America is grateful. The Chiefs' run is officially over. Yes. Yeah, train will flatten that penny, says Steve. Yep. All right. So that is going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys for being on here. I had a lot of fun tonight. We got an early one tomorrow. Again, we're covering the NBA. We have a game at 12 o'clock. And then we have 2 NFL playoff games tomorrow as well. Hopefully you guys will be able to tune on into that. And then we'll be back on Monday for more Sixers NBA action, and Tuesday too. Love you all. Lila Tov, good night. Have yourselves a great rest of your night. Enjoy your Saturday, and I will catch you all on the next one. Steve, thanks so much for being on here. John, good to see you. Good to see everybody here in the chat. You guys are the absolute best. And I'll see you soon, man. I'll see you soon.